Egypt expects to apply stamp duty on stock exchange transactions from early June. Now, a draft law submitted by the government to legislators imposes stamp duty on transactions at the bourse to be paid by both buyers and sellers. The duty has been set at about 1.25 Egyptian pounds per every 1,000 pounds for the first year of introduction, but that rises gradually to 1.5 in the second year and then 1.75 in the third. Yasser Hakim spoke about this new tax with Mohamed Maher. He is a vice chair and the CEO of Prime Holdings and vice president of Egypt's Capital Market Association.
What was the reaction in the market to the decision to apply the stamp duty tax?
Any increase in cost of transaction meets some resistance from investors, from the players in the stock market, and had some impact on the volume and value of transactions due to uncertainty or due to, you can say, psychological impact on the investors. But I believe the market will absorb the stamp duty because it has been implemented before, I believe during the year 2013, and it was working in a good way.
What is better for the investor, the capital gains tax or the stamp duty?
Capital gain tax, which is more fair for investors, because if you have profits, you will pay tax on the profits. If you have loss, you will not pay, and the loss will be deducted from the profitable transactions. Because stamp duty has negative impact on the cost of transaction, which reduce the competitiveness of our stock market against the regional markets and the international emerging markets.
Then why was the capital gains tax criticized so much by the investors 2 years ago when it was applied then? Was the problem in the tax itself or in the implementation of the tax?
During implementation, we had some problem with, especially with foreign investors, especially when they are using street name and buy big blocks of stocks on behalf of several investors. The other thing is some of the clients, the foreign clients, already pay tax in their countries. And there is, in this case, they should be exempted from this tax, not to have double taxation.
You are a member of the team that will put the regulations for the capital gains tax. What's the deadline for applying it? And what revenue is the government expecting from both taxes?
Capital gain tax, according to what's happening now, it's postponed for 3 years. But we agreed with the Ministry of Finance, if we reach an agreement and the system for implementation for the capital gain tax within any point of time, I mean within the first year of implementing the stamp duty, will go back to the capital gain tax. They expect to have from 1 billion to 1.5 billion from this stamp duty. And of course, no, pounds, I'm talking pounds. For the capital gain tax, it could be more or less depending on the market performance.